Good morning, loved ones, and happy Thanksgiving. We don't celebrate that in Sweden, which is sad because I think it's a great holiday, and I also love turkey. So please, have some for me. I hope you had a good night's sleep. I had a so night's sleep, and that's because my daughter has her first cold. So she's been up more than she is usual, and I've been worrying more than I do usual because of her breathing. Apparently babies only breathe, they can only breathe through their nose, which is a bit troublesome if it's filled with snot, So it's a lot of cleaning of that. In Sweden we have something called you put in something with a filter and then you suck, so you kind of draw the snot out of their noses. And she hates when I do it. She's cry, and I feel like the worst person in the world. But then when she can breathe, she's grateful after. But babies, they can't really know when it's happening that they're grateful for you giving them shit. Fair enough. Fair enough. But I'm very grateful that we have all these things, that didn't exist before. That I don't have to suck out her snot with my mouth, but that there's a filter in between. And that I have there's a thing, I don't know what it's called, but it's kind of aggressively spraying up water. So it's circling around. So you put it in one nostril and then it goes around, It's very much like what I use, when I have a cold. This nose cleanser. The mine doesn't have the same pressure, but she can't do it herself, So this is doing it for her. But it feels like, it's awful when you do it. She also, this morning, I think she had a fever. But we checked the temperature and it wasn't very high, so it doesn't seem like anything to worry about. But all these things are new to me, I never had a child to worry about, so small and fragile, and the only thing I want is to, make her feel good and be happy. I think every parent out there knows exactly what I'm talking of, and it's interesting, how anything about yourself becomes so irrelevant as long as she's good. So yeah, I feel very grateful to experience motherhood. It's the most beautiful experience I've ever had, and I love how it naturally removes the ego. It's not my show anymore. I'm having someone else running it. I'm also very grateful. I'm very grateful to have had so much experience, just thinking about myself before becoming a mother. Right now I feel grateful that I know what Thanksgiving is. I've celebrated it in the US a few times, and I know that we are different cultures, and I know that the Swedish way might not be the only way or the right way. And I wouldn't have had, that insight if it wasn't for traveling and living abroad for many years. I'm also very grateful to be in Sweden. It's kind of funny, how even though I lived so many different places, this is where my best friends are, my family is here. There's this personal trainer and massage guy who's phenomenal. He's the best massage therapist I've ever gone to, and he's here. And I'm grateful that I got a treatment from him today, because when breastfeeding in the night, sometimes I wake up and I'm okay, where do we start the day? So it's wonderful to, give my body some love after everything that it's been through, with giving birth and being pregnant for a long time. So that was lovely. And yeah, I just feel actually overwhelmed of gratefulness right now. and also to share, you know, this with you. I was having a conversation with a friend today, and she was asking me if I record, you know, like if I have one day a week where I record, but you guys know that I record every day. And the reason for that is for it to be authentic, of course, but also for me to do yoga every day. If it wasn't for you, I'd never do these hip rolls and, you know, the breath of fire every day. Like, I don't have that discipline. I am by nature a little bit destructive, you know. Whatever is good for me, I don't really want to do that. I want to, like, you know, drink Coca-Cola and do shit, you know, watch TV series for hours and hours. That's like what my nature, and shop, like over shop, whatever, you know, whatever is a little bit destructive, I want to do that. Whereas, like, you know, doing 15 minutes of health for myself is like, oh, yeah, oh, maybe I can do something else. You know, like, I don't do that if I'm not forced to, which here in this case, I'm like fooling myself. I created this challenge so that I force myself to do it every day. Blah, 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 blah. Anyways, we're gonna do a bit of yoga, but I'm very, very grateful for every one of you for forcing me to do this every day. That is fantastic. Now get down on your sitting bones and straighten up the back. I also am super grateful for my patrons because they make me do a 1 hour session every week and a bit more. So, love you for that. Now get down on your sitting bones and straighten your back up. Close your eyes and focus on the area between your eyebrows, the third eye looking inwards. Let this eye help you observe what's going on in your body and in your mind. Start taking control over your breath. On the inhalation, feel how your belly is expanding. On your exhalation, drag your belly button towards the spine. We're gonna do the breath of fire, and we do that by pushing our belly button towards the spine, quick and fast. Inhale to start. Very good job. Now we're gonna do the hip row. Inhale forward. Exhale back. we're gonna switch direction. We're gonna come down to the side. So lay on your arm and place your knees on top of each other. Place your hands on your hip, and on the inhalation, come up with your knee. On the exhalation, come down. Beautiful. We're gonna do the same on the other side. So come and lay here. Bend your knee. Place your hand on your hip and inhale, come up. Beautiful. Very good job. Now come to a tailor's position. And because I'm speaking so much today, we didn't get too much yoga, but we have to be grateful, and that's very important too. So we're gonna finish with a short meditation. Get down on your sitting bones and straighten up your back. Close your eyes and focus on the area between your eyebrows, the third eye looking inwards. Let this eye lead you to the area around your heart. In this area, you find an inner room where you're going to spend some time just for yourself. There is nothing that has been and nothing that will come. It's only you in this moment. Patanjala Yoga Darsharam Atasamadhi Padaha Hatha Yoga Nushasanam Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodha Tata Drashtu Sarupe Vashtanam Vritti Sarugamitanastra Vrittaya Panjataya klishta, klishta. Slowly come back to the room where you are. We're gonna finish today's class together with 3 Shanti. Place your palms together in front of your heart and inhale to start. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Place your palms to your forehead for you to think it was through the day. To your mouth for you to speak the truth, and to your heart for you to follow your heart and to be kind to yourself. Namaste. Oh, thank you so much for today. Remember to go out there and give. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. And happy Thanksgiving again.